Donald Trump is being hosted at Windsor Castle. A glittering banquet is underway, and our Europe Bureau Chief, Zoe Ford, joins us now from Windsor. Gee, Zoe, Donald Trump really is getting all the bells and whistles of British pomp and pageantry.
Very much so, James, and this is the grand finale, certainly, of the Windsor part of this state visit. A state banquet in St George's Hall, the largest room here at Windsor Castle. A table that is said to be 50 metres long, set with the best cutlery and porcelain that the royal family has. Beautiful floral bouquets that have been laid out for this event as well. The guest list, a collection of the royal family, politicians, United States officials, celebrities. Rupert Murdoch is there, as well as tech CEOs. The Apple chief Tim Cook, as well as the OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, are also there. So they've just taken their seats, and King Charles has been on his feet welcoming President Trump to the state dinner, as well as the other guests. King Charles said this was a unique and important relationship. He said our people have fought and died together and have shared values. He highlighted that they've innovated together, traded together and created together. And there's already been a nod to Australia, King Charles saying that the AUKUS defence agreement between the United States, the United Kingdom and Australia sets the benchmark for innovative collaboration, he said. So he's still on his feet and delivering a very carefully crafted speech to cap off the Windsor chapter of this state visit. And the guests in that room are going to be sitting down to a menu that looks divine. A three-course dinner there. A quail salad for starters, a chicken and zucchini dish for their main, and a vanilla ice cream and plum dish for dessert. The wine list looks very, very good too, and a specially created cocktail for the occasion is being served to the guests. It's being called the Transatlantic Whiskey Sour. So you can see the guests just sitting down to dinner there now, taking in the entree before the main and dessert. King Charles is said to have very different tastes to his late mother, Queen Elizabeth II, and he's been very involved in creating that menu. The guests will also be served a 1945 port in recognition of Donald Trump being the 45th and now 47th President of the United States. And this all caps off a day of absolute pomp and ceremony here at Windsor, from a carriage procession through the grounds of Windsor Castle to the inspection of a Royal Guard of Honour, as well as a flypast by the Red Arrows. That it was really the only part of the royal visit of the state visit that people on the outside here could see, but there were loud cheers when the Red Arrows went over. And all through it, Donald Trump and Melania Trump looking very impressed by everything before them. The very best of British pageantry right there for them.
Now, Zoe, we know that Donald Trump doesn't like difficult questions. We saw that yesterday when our colleague John Lyons tried to ask him about his business dealings. But on the other hand, he does love a bit of a charm offensive. So is the quail and the ice cream and all the other bits and pieces that are being thrown at him working? Is this charm offensive going to have a real impact on the UK-US relationship?
I have been asking people this very question today, James, especially people who work in the White House press pool, about what they think. It is well known that whoever Donald Trump has had his last conversation with does tend to influence him. But there's no doubt that this visit is going to leave a mark. He has deep respect and reverence for the royal family. This was a day created for him. He will walk away and remember this forever. But there are going to be some tricky questions to answer tomorrow. And the politics begins tomorrow, local time too. He'll have meetings with Sir Keir Starmer, the UK Prime Minister, throughout the day about trade and tariffs. They're expected to sign this multi-million-dollar tech deal, which is why the tech CEOs are here at this state banquet tonight. They're also going to touch on the topics of the war in Gaza and the war in Ukraine. And on all of these issues, the US and the UK don't always align. So there there are going to be some difficult conversations to be had there. Then there's going to be a press conference with reporters from across the world asking questions of both men. And while they may want to stick to the areas of collaboration, there's no doubt going to be a number of tricky questions, perhaps also around Jeffrey Epstein, because Donald Trump has his own links to Epstein. Of course, Prince Andrew of the royal family, who's been absent from this entire royal visit. And then Sir Keir Starmer had to sack his US ambassador just last week because of his links to Jeffrey Epstein. So this will be the first chance on this visit that reporters have had an opportunity to grill these two leaders about these issues and many more. And you can expect there to be some fire, I would say, James, in that press conference.